Live from the clubhouse at Augusta National Golf Course, it's the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast.
Hello, friends. I just want to say that. Basement Benchwarmers Podcast. Yeah, we're in the basement of the clubhouse of the Masters. Just saw Tiger take some girls up to his room, so it's the Masters. We're here, ready to go.
Fuzzy Zeller slipped him some chicken.
Wow. I just saw Shooter McGavin. I don't know why he's here.
Yeah, get that jacket off.
That's my green jacket. It's my hunting jacket.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It says Puffy on it.
So we're back for another week, the Basement Benchwarmers. So as we start everybody's show each week, how'd everybody's week go? We're going to go the other way. Willie, how'd your week go?
Tell you what, it was an awesome week. This weather we had. It was nice and warm.
Someone put a blue pill in his drink.
Whoever goes first always has the best story.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, guys. Later on, I laid out in the sun. I'll show you what my tan lines look with that Speedo.
Okay. Eric, how about you?
Well, I had a good weekend. I actually ran in a Veterans Day run, and Ed, I did. Everybody does get... Everybody does get a medal.
You should get a Purple Heart for the way you put that on.
Exactly. So yeah, it was a nice day.
So you ran in. I think. Did you win?
10K. Well, I just showed you my medal.
What place did you come in?
Well, first.
Oh, you did win.
Yeah, because everybody comes in first. Oh. No, I didn't. I mean, I don't even know what place I came in. I finished. It was a 10K. More importantly, it was a great day for celebrating Veterans Day, which is obviously tomorrow. And I want to start the show by just giving a shout out and just kind of thanking all the veterans out there. We have a friend of the show, Glen, who obviously served for us. My father, Mike Bradley, Armando Cavalli, obviously served. They both served in Vietnam. A former employee friend of mine who served twice in Iraq. Just kind of give him a shout out. So thanks to the veterans. Obviously, they're willing to put their lives on the line for us Americans, which is awesome. Also, my wife, who serves the veterans at the VA hospital. So just my little way of saying thanks.
Wow. It's hard to follow those two stories.
And here's what did you do this weekend, Ed? Or this past week?
It was a really nice weekend. So we took a ride out in the country, and we stopped at one of those pumpkin apple hobby farms, or those places you see all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a little wine tasting, and we took a tour, and it was led by this smart little high school girl. She was trying to earn some money for college. She wanted to be a veterinarian or something. Anyways, well, I learned as we were doing the tour that, do you guys know what happens when you try to mix human DNA with goat DNA? Yeah, you get banned from the petting zoo at Jerry Smith's. Yeah, so if you guys see my picture up there, I can't go there anymore.
Yeah. But they did shut the place down pretty quick after you were there.
Yeah, it wasn't for COVID.
That was a bad joke.
Tried to drag it out as far as possible.
What about you, Scooter?
I guess Ed is the GOAT.
What did I do this week? Nothing special. The usual.
Watch any soccer games?
No, I did not. No, I did not. So, yeah, same old, nothing special. Well, week was the week, so it was what it was. So I'm fine.
Sorry to throw you off.
Yeah,
let's have a podcast.
So this week on the show, where are they now? We got the Beer Tent with Eric. We got Ed Showerstall. Also, this week's fan poll, in honor of Alex Trebek passing, we're going to do our favorite game show hosts, and we got a bunch of fans that chimed in with their favorite game show hosts. Also, in honor of Veterans Day, which Eric mentioned, which is this week, the Snake Draft is going to be best war movies, and we'll do our usual picks, spread picks, also recap NFL games, and we'll talk about the Masters a little bit, which was where we are at the Masters. So we're going to start off first tonight with let's start off with the Snake Draft. Since we talked about Veterans Day right away, we can start with the Snake Draft. Everybody cool with that? Everybody good?
Mm-hmm. What is it? What's a Snake Draft? Best war movie?
Yeah,
I thought it was best game show host.
This is going to be great.
Well, I can go first. You guys time to think then.
I got one.
Well, you got one. I got yours already queued up.
Your war movie?
Yeah, you gave me it. You gave me. So here is Ed's.
I got older this week, so I'm forgetting shit.
It's your birthday. Was your birthday?
Happy birthday.
Yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks for calling.
51. Huh?
Yeah,
old man.
Yeah, 51.
But you're not on Facebook, so I can't wish you happy birthday. So I didn't.
I'm on MySpace.
Oh, yeah.
What day was it again?
Yesterday.
How old are you? Seriously, 46?
47.
Wow.
You are exactly 1 week older than me, right?
Yeah, in 3 years smarter.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That was rough.
Well, that was yeah.
That's
Sorry.
bullshit. That's bullshit.
Anyway, let's start off
I
snake draft.
apologize.
And here is, can't remember your name now.
Well, because you're older than him.
Yeah. Here is Ed's,
Stop laughing, Willie.
Ed's first pick of the snake draft.
How tall are you, Private?
Sir, 5'9", sir!
5'9". I didn't know they stacked shit that high. You trying to squeeze an inch in on me somewhere, huh?
Sir, no, sir!
Bullshit. It looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress. I think you've been cheated. Where in hell are you from anyway, Private?
Sir, Texas, sir!
Holy dog shit. Texas, only steers and queers come from Texas, Private Cowboy. And you don't much look like a steer to me, so that kind of narrows it down. Do you suck dicks?
Sir, no, sir!
Are you a Peter Pupper?
Sir, no, sir!
I'll bet you're the kind of guy that would fuck a person in the ass and not even have the goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around. I'll be watching you. Parents have any children that live?
Sir, yes, sir!
I bet they regret that. You're so ugly you could be a modern art masterpiece. What's your name, fat body?
Sir, Leonard Lawrence, sir!
Lawrence what, of Arabia?
Sir, no, sir!
That name sounds like royalty. Are you royalty?
Sir, no, sir!
Do you suck dicks?
Sir, no, sir!
Bullshit, I'll bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Sir, no, sir!
I don't like the name Lawrence. Only faggots and sailors are called Lawrence. From now on, you're Gomer Pyle.
Sir, yes, sir!
Do you think I'm cute, Private Pyle? Do you think I'm funny?
Sir, no, sir!
Then wipe that disgusting grin off your face.
Sir, yes, sir!
Well, any fucking time, sweetheart.
It never ends.
I just want to say one thing. That clip just put on a Democratic watch list. We got that just now for that clip.
Oh, that was so PC.
Holy cow, that was Full Metal Jacket, and it's actually almost like two movies, one where they're at Paris Island and all that's going on, and then they actually go to Vietnam, and it's mostly fighting in the cities, and it's quite a bit different than a lot of movies.
I actually thought the best part of the movie was the Paris Island part of it.
yeah,
when they went to the Vietnam, the war part was like,
It faded.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a good movie, but I loved it.
Yeah.
The first part was pretty
I agree.
insane. It was pretty insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny, but it's also kind of dark. You know, obviously the end of basic training there. It's it's a Kubrick, right? It's Stanley Kubrick or Oliver Stone.
I don't know.
I think it's Kubrick.
I think it's Kubrick. Yeah, it's Kubrick.
Oliver Stone was Platoon.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah, Kubrick was Full Metal.
Which may be a pick later. I'm sure it will be.
Possibly.
You think it might make the list?
It might. It might. So this is Eric's first pick.
I have my orders too, sir. They don't include me abandoning my post.
I understand that, but this changes things.
I don't see that it does, sir.
The Chief of Staff for the United States Army says it does.
Sir, our orders are to hold this bridge at all costs. Now, our planes in the 82nd have taken out every bridge across the Murderette with the exception of two. One at Boulogne and this one here. We let the Germans take it, we're going to lose our foothold and have to displace.
Private, your outfit wants to stay. That's one thing. But your party's over here.
Sir, I can't leave until at least reinforcements.
You got 3 minutes to gather your gear.
Sir, what about them? I mean, there's barely hardly
Hey,
enough
asshole.
of this.
2 of our guys already died trying to find you, all right?
Sir,
That's right.
what were their names?
Arwen Wade and Adrian Caparzo.
Wade and...
Caparzo.
It doesn't make any sense, sir. Why? Why me? Why do I deserve to go? Why not any of these guys? They all fought just as hard as me.
Is that what they're supposed to tell your mother? When they send her another folded American flag?
Tell her that when you found me, I was here, and I was with the only brothers that I have left. And there's no way I was going to desert them. I think she'll understand that. There's no way I'm leaving this bridge.
Well, obviously, that's the movie Saving Private Ryan. So Tom Hanks plays Captain John Miller, and you have Matt Damon as Private Ryan. D-Day +1, basically, they put together a team to go to get Private Ryan because 2 of his brothers were killed in combat that day. And it's just an incredible movie. It's a Spielberg movie. It's so well done. It's kind of like, if you watch Band of Brothers, it's a great documentary. It's kind of like the building of that, and it's this band of brothers that goes out and they have this crazy mission of finding this guy, and there's some ups and downs, but ultimately it's a great lesson of brotherhood and obviously what being in the military is all about.
Okay. And then the follow-time movie is Saving Ryan's Privates. So,
Whoa,
hey!
Shaving.
Sorry, Willie.
No, Willie's got the whole collection.
Well, Willie's box movies here tonight.
He's got the box set.
He's got Hops movies, yeah.
So here is Willie's pick for his first war movie.
Yes, you Major Reisman. I saw those filthy sprockets. You're turning this place into a bottomless pit of vice. Comes Judgment Day. And Judgment Day is coming. Those men, Major, they'll suffer eternal damnation because of you, Major.
Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open. You're on guard duty, maggot.
Yes, that's The Dirty Dozen. That's a great movie. Ton of great actors in there. Lee Marvin. What was it?
Bronson.
Yeah.
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown was in it.
Is it Ernest Borgnine?
Ernest Borgnine.
I never saw the movie.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, that was Telly Savalas. He's insane in that movie.
I noticed that when the clips. I was looking at the clips. I thought it was not job.
John Cassavetes and Donald Sutherland's a huge cast.
This came out in 1967, but I just remember my mom. We watched a lot of war movies when we were kids for some reason, but most of the time it was John Wayne was in them. But
was that after your radio programs? Give me the decoder rings.
All three channels.
It was three.
So here's my first pick for a favorite war movie.
Would you be surprised if I told you that the Navy has credited you with over 160 kills? Do you ever think that you might have seen things or done some things over there that you wish you hadn't?
Oh, that's not me, no.
What's not you?
I was just protecting my guys. They were trying to kill our soldiers, and I'm willing to meet my creator and answer for every shot that I took. The thing that haunts me are all the guys that I couldn't save. Now, I'm willing and able to be there, but I'm not. I'm here. I quit.
Yeah, that was American Sniper, the true story about Chris Kyle, who was Navy SEAL, who actually, it was a look into PTSD and other things. He was killed at the end by another veteran he befriended and went to train shooting one day and never came home. It's a different look at war and stuff that happens and how people take it and change things. And I thought Bradley Cooper played the role incredible. I thought he was a good actor, whatever he does. But I think it's one of my favorite movies. So my second pick, though, we'll move back here. My second pick tonight will be I'm going to go with Platoon. I mentioned it before, Oliver Stone. The one thing, if I remember correctly, when I talked to my dad about these different Vietnam movies, he did say a lot of them have their own, artistic, integrity changes to whatever. But he said Platoon was pretty close to what life was like over there at times. So Platoon, young Charlie Sheen, Oliver Stone, one of his first major big movies he made. And just a great movie. Willem Dafoe, correct? Also was in that. Mm-hmm. Then he became Green Goblin. So look what Vietnam does now. Willie, your second pick.
I'm going to go with Inglourious Bastards. I was just down the other day. It's like one of those guilty pleasures. Every time it's on, you got to watch it.
Never saw it.
Really?
I've never seen it either.
Nazis? Scalping Nazis.
Isn't that Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah, I believe so.
Is it? Yeah. Okay. Nice pick, Willie.
Thanks.
Good job. Eric.
I'm taking another Vietnam movie, and my dad hates this one as a Vietnam veteran, but Apocalypse Now. Just a bizarre story. This is Francis Ford Coppola. You got Martin Sheen playing Captain Willard, and he's going down the river with it's another kind of search for somebody. He's going down through the river to find crazy Colonel Kurtz, who's played by Marlon Brando. But bizarre movie. A lot of big actors. Larry Fishburne's first movie. You got, like I said, one of Harrison Ford's first roles ever in a movie. But Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, it was adapted from the book Heart of Darkness, which was in Africa on the Congo River, I believe.
Another one never saw.
Yeah, it's bizarre, but it's good. I mean, it's good acting.
I read the book though.
Yeah,
I did. Because you're such a.
I don't like.
Is this one where he yells, "I love the smell of napalm"?
I love it. Yeah. So, so that's another great. So Robert Duvall is incredible. Yeah. He's got just a short scene, but he's this crazy gung ho lieutenant, and his famous line is, "See if I can do it. I love the smell of napalm in the morning."
Dude, that was awesome.
That smell, that gasoline smell.
It sounded like Robert Duvall in Popeye.
It smells like.
Was he in Popeye, Robert Duvall?
I don't know. Smells like victory.
Shelley Duvall.
Oh yeah.
I thought I nailed it. I don't know. You didn't even let me finish. I liked it.
You didn't wait for the best part.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, go on. Start over.
Smells like victory. And then they surf. So there's planes flying over. They're shooting up the beach, and he's like a surfer, and he's got other guys in his platoon that are surfers. So he sends them out to surf, and they're arguing with him. If I say it's safe to surf this beach, we'll surf this beach private. And he's just going, and they go out and surf. It's awesome.
I'm gonna see it now. Yeah. I just saw it.
But he wears a hat like he's got like Patton or something. He's just got the big. He's.
In the Ride of the Valkyries is playing in the background.
It's Wagner. Yeah. It's just incredible.
It's weird,
but that's like that's got to be the best scene. It's awesome. Go ahead.
It is an awesome scene, but
okay.
Next,
nice. Good job.
I'm gonna go with The Longest Day. It's a D-Day movie, 1962. Long movie, 3 hours. Huge cast: John Wayne, Henry Fonda, Robert Ryan. I mean, everybody, and just pretty much follows a whole day or so as they're marching from Normandy. It's a pretty impressive movie.
Another one.
Oh, I gotta go again. Another World War II movie, Stalag 17, black and white. William Holden, where they're in a camp, like a soldier camp, where they're all captured.
Internment camp? No,
I
that wouldn't be internment. Yeah, it would be internment. Or POW camp.
POW camp.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
So they're all, and it's a German one, and they're pretty rough on the guys and all that for the time. They're showing, and there's a spy inside their barracks, and they smoke him out.
Nice. They thought Holden was it for the longest time.
They thought it was him. Yeah, they beat him up all the time, and they were there. Yeah, so it's a pretty good old black and white movie.
Well, there's nothing funny about this movie. It's another Spielberg movie, Schindler's List. Obviously. Kind of focusing obviously on the war, but focusing more on the Holocaust. Just an incredible piece of artwork, basically by Steven Spielberg. Schindler's List.
I'm going with Bridge on the River Kwai.
That's a good one.
1957. I think Alec Guinness was in that, but I just remember watching it as a kid. I never saw it.
It was POWs, right?
I haven't seen any of these.
They're English.
Some ones I'm naming.
POWs.
That's all I've seen. I'm behind the times.
Yeah, it's a classic.
It is.
It's like a 50s movie.
57, yeah.
So my final two picks for me, my first one's going to be Lincoln. Obviously, Civil War is involved in that movie. Great movie. One of my favorite movies of that type, president-type movie. So Lincoln was a great movie. And my second one, to lighten the mood, Tropic Thunder.
Hilarious. Great movie. Love it.
Tropic Thunder is just a hilarious take, and it is a hilarious movie. The makeup in it's incredible.
Yeah,
it's just a great. It's
Robert Downey.
It's offensive now.
Robert Downey Jr.'s awesome.
They did it offensive. They really have. Robert Downey got crap for that.
Yeah.
So and it is what it is. That's our world. So Willie, I got. So you each get one more. Willie, you're up.
Right. The Hurt Locker.
Nice. I was going to name that one too. I like that. I love that movie.
Good movie.
I love that movie. Yep.
Well, there's so many good ones, but I'm going to give a little credit to a movie that just came out last year, and that's 1917. World War I, focusing on the English, and another one of those journeys. Like I can think I picked a couple of them where you have two guys that have to go on foot through the German front line to try to warn one of their English generals to not move forth with the battle because they're basically ambushed and they don't know it. The communication lines were all broken down, but just an incredible, almost to that same level of like Saving Private Ryan. Just so well directed and. It's a great movie, so if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's awesome.
I was going to go with a World War I movie as well. Gallipoli. I don't know if you've seen that.
I've heard of it.
It's a young Mel Gibson, one of his first roles, and it's all about the Australian military in Europe, in the trenches. It's brutal.
Honorable mentions, naming Mel Gibson, I'll say Braveheart.
Absolutely.
That's a great movie. How about Hot Shots Part 2?
That's great.
Any other ones you guys think off the top of your head? I got a couple here, but
I got another Civil War one. I don't think that a lot of people know about, but Glory.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you had
I like that movie. Yep.
Denzel Washington.
I did see that movie. That's when I saw.
Yeah, Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman.
That's a good movie.
That's a classic.
What's that other one? Isn't it like the Blue and the Gray? Or was that a miniseries?
I think it was a miniseries.
Yeah, that was a miniseries.
Yeah, that was pretty good too.
Yep.
Black Hawk Down.
Black Hawk Down was a good movie. Yeah. How about MASH?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mash the movie. It's
Well,
all right.
yeah, if you want to talk comedies, how about Stripes?
Ah.
Although they never really went into battle other
How
than a little bit at
They
the
got
end.
the shit kicked out of him in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Can we
exactly.
argue
Czechoslovakia.
Spies Like Us?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
How about Forrest Gump?
The great war scene.
Yeah,
Actually, the war scene was phenomenal.
I'm sorry, but a war scene. Okay, so it's not a war movie, but in the beginning of the movie, it is a war battle. Gladiator.
Yep.
With that line he has, on my cue, unleash hell, and all the flames just go. They're shooting like the flaming arrows across. Awesome battle scene.
At the barbarians.
Yeah. Didn't see you. You look confused. Did you see Gladiator?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about Pearl Harbor?
Yeah.
I liked Pearl Harbor. I like the actual scene to start the actual. It sounds terrible to say, but the bombing of Pearl Harbor was a great. Just like the beginning of Saving Private Ryan, I thought was on that epic.
Yeah, we've left out.
But the Saving Private Ryan was almost too realistic.
Yeah,
it was crazy how they did.
Yeah,
exactly. That was the one. That was how it started out when they were storming the beach and they all got.
They stormed Normandy.
Yeah, okay, that was Saving Private Ryan. No, it was Saving Private Ryan.
Yes,
Yeah,
no,
it was.
They go
okay. That's
D-Day.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
It was really intense.
Because they leave on D-Day plus
I'm
one.
sorry. Yeah, that was a great movie.
Yeah, body parts flying. We left out some areas of the planet that have had wars. We got Zulu or Shaka Zulu in Africa.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Did we get any in Asia here?
Ran is supposed to be.
I mean, Merrill's Marauders.
Wasn't
Southeast Asia?
Wasn't that one movie?
Well, we had Vietnam movies. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
How about the Alamo?
Oh,
yeah. There's a the Alamo.
Any wars fought in like Canada or something?
Yeah, there has
something with like an
the Great
igloo.
Beer Wars.
Yeah, hoser.
I just do you guys? I don't know if you've all seen it, but to me, the greatest anything documentary was Band of Brothers. I mean, it's just
it is. By
obviously,
far.
we're not considering that a movie, but that's one of the best
saw it.
pieces of theater I've ever seen in my life.
I know a Central America one now. Apocalypto. Another Mel Gibson.
How about the one movie about the guy that the guy from Racine owned Salutes? He was part of the men. There was a group of guys. What's the name of that movie called? I cannot remember the name of the movie now.
I don't know.
Not the Big Red
I
One.
know Salutes. It's a great place.
No, there was a.
Well, it's Mr. Aaliyah.
I think he was part of maybe someone that I don't know, but it was. It wasn't Band of Brothers. It was something else. Well, whatever. I'll have to think.
The
about
Pacific.
It. No, it was a. It was a group of guys. Oh, how about Hamburger Hill? That's not it. But Hamburger Hill was not a bad movie.
Yeah.
I can't think of the movie.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the conscientious objector.
Was that the group of men? They were from this area, or a couple guys were. Not all of them, obviously. I don't know. I don't know
if they were from here.
Maybe I'm way off.
You know,
I don't know.
one of the best war movies I've actually seen now that you guys have been talking. There's two of them I actually saw in foreign films were Der Untergang, which is the Hitler one, the Downfall.
Okay.
Very good. It's like Hitler's last days in the bunker and everything. It's pretty intense. And then, and I can't think of the name of it, but it's a World War I where they quit on Christmas and both sides came together. And it's a true story. So in the middle of fighting trench warfare, they stopped for Christmas, they set up a tree, and all the guys from both sides who had been killing each other with mustard gas and burning them with flamethrowers came together.
You're listening to the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Check us out on Facebook at Basement Benchwarmers, also on Instagram at Basement Benchwarmers, and on Twitter at Base Benchwarmers, and our email is basementbenchwarmers@gmail.com.
I forgot one.
What'd you forget?
I forgot Red Snow, the Nazi zombie movie, where they accidentally release Nazi zombies in like Sweden again.
I'll edit that out.
Did we mention any John Wayne ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, Longest
Day.
Day.
Yeah. Oh, okay, because I was
Animal,
Sands of
Green
Iwo
Berets.
Jima.
I thought you say John Gruden ones.
You got that right, Scotty.
Yeah! Only a matter of time. I love it. We can be done. That was my that's all I want.
That's a wrap.
John Gruden wearing medal.
I wrote 12 hours of stuff for this show.
Okay, well, since Ed's wrote 12 hours of stuff, let's hear something he wrote. Let's jump into Ed's shower stall.
Everybody into the shower! Anybody in the shower in 10 seconds gonna get fined $100! Larry!
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi,
Get in
5
there.
Mississippi,
Hurry it up.
6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but the legendary actor Sean Connery died last week, star of movies such as The Hunt for Red October and Dragonheart.
I'm sorry. I I'm watching Eric trying to get that. He's trying to get that metal off, and he's got it stuck around his neck, and he's almost choking. So he can run, but he does not take the metal off.
I'm too big for this metal.
He's got it caught the headphones. Willie's actual look was like, "What are you doing?"
What in the hell is wrong with you, boy?
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. The shower stall.
Yep, shower stall. Go.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but the legendary actor Sean Connery died last week, star of movies such as The Hunt for Red October and Dragonheart. His body was barely room temperature before it began rolling over in the grave, as the James Bond series is now going to star a black woman. Yep. Just the other day, a couple of us were at work having a discussion, and one guy said Roger Moore epitomized the iconic British super spy. He was the best besides Connery. And I claim that Pierce Brosnan looked the part of the womanizing spy with a license to kill. And then Paulie interrupted both of us and said, a black lady would be perfect because she projects those attributes better than even Connery. I don't need to tell you that Paulie just had, he's recovering from a concussion right now. Can you imagine the riveting Bond-inspired dialogue in this straight-to-DVD classic? I'll take a Cosmo, shaken, not stirred. And can you have that hunk named Dick Infinity deliver it to my room? Or how about the big scene in every Bond film? You know, the one where he's tied up and the bad guy, surrounded by his henchmen, are about to kill her with a laser or a shark or gas station sushi or whatever. Then in the next scene, you see a boardroom of henchmen arguing. You know, in the background, you see, like, wolves circling in the distance around the moat. And if the Lady Ghostbusters movie is any indication of success for movies like this, then this Bond movie will be seen by hundreds and enjoyed by 3 gender studies professors.
Okay, that's going straight to DVD.
Is Halle Berry one of the?
I don't know what
I'll
it
be
is.
fine with that.
Yeah,
I don't know who the lady is.
Is it really? Oh, you're lying.
She can
No,
handle
it just came out.
She can handle a gun.
And Ian Fleming's also rolling in his grave then, right?
I was just like,
Isn't he right on the Bond
Isn't
series?
James Bond supposed to be like this womanizing, suave British guy, and now all of a sudden it's a lady? Doesn't make sense.
To me, the only James Bond was Connery.
Pierce Brosnan wasn't bad.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan was pretty solid.
The other guy was okay. I never saw him.
Roger Moore was kind of a
David
dick.
Craig or Dominic.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a good actor, but yeah.
What's his name?
I never saw any of those.
Daniel Craig.
Dave Craig.
Dave Craig. No, he was a Seahawks quarterback.
And okay, chief, and a Bear quarterback.
Oh, nice. Look at you.
Look at me. Big quarterback.
Last good Bears quarterback.
No, Eric Kramer was.
Oh,
Get
sorry.
it right. And Trubisky. So anyway, moving on. So that was great, Ed.
Yeah, we'll see if that makes a show.
Yeah, I'll talk to the network. Let's talk about. You guys want to talk about the Masters coming up this week? Willie wants us to play a game, so we'll play along with them. I don't even know what game we're playing. We're gonna pick 4 golfers, and the lowest scored total will win the prize.
Yeah.
And Willie's gonna keep track of it all.
We're doing it as a draft.
Yeah, kind of. We'll go around real quick. So first thing, Masters starting this week. Last year's defending champion Tiger Woods. I have a feeling he might have a tough one. He's been struggling, but
he's not putting well.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Who are these guys?
John Rahm should be the one getting the women
Rahm,
after what he
holy
did
crap.
today.
Oh yeah,
Skipped the ball across the water.
Second day in a row, he did it. Right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
He did it the day before too. That video sent, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did the same thing the day before.
Yeah,
On the same hole?
I think that hole has got like a cup in it because you could see where the other balls were marked close. I think they play it as like a game.
They were playing.
Oh, they do.
They
Yeah.
were playing at the
Because it
real tee
rolls
box.
towards
Yeah.
the hole.
They do it, but the whole one's legit. I mean, he skipped it across the water.
I don't think they were at the real tee box, though.
No, the skipping water.
They were on the par 3 course.
Yeah,
it's a game they do all the time.
Oh, I thought that was 16. That
No.
that thing
No.
yes.
It was 16.
No.
It
Yes,
was 16. Was it 16, really?
But they were playing right at the
Yeah,
water.
so they skipped the water. That's the game they play.
Yeah, they
do it
were
all the
playing
time.
in the back.
Every year you see videos, it's a game they play, trying to skip the ball across the water, which
Yeah.
is incredible because I hit a lot of balls in the water. They don't skip. But I'm not doing it right, though, I don't think.
Yeah, you're not supposed to teabag them.
Oh, that explains it. I sucked it through a garden hose, though. I don't know. I don't know what that means. So let's start. We'll let Ed start out because he has no idea what he's picking here.
Yeah, this guy's dead.
Just put an X next to the guys you want, and then we'll get to Willie. It'll be your job to give us our score next.
I get first pick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going Brooks Koepka.
Okay, so I'll cross them off nice. Like we're doing fancy football. I love this.
I'm going to take John Rahm.
John Rahm.
I don't know what that is.
I'm going to go with the guy with the 48-inch driver. I'm going to go with DeChambeau.
That's what they call that thing?
I'm going to go with Bubba Watson as my first pick. And my second pick will be Colin Morikawa.
Good pick.
It's a good pick. I like that.
Well, thanks, guys.
Not Watson, though.
Bubba Watson, the green jacket.
He's won twice.
Yeah,
With
he
that pink
knows
driver.
he knows the course, man. I don't know. They all know the course, but I don't know. I'm just saying that. Willie?
Yeah, I'm going to go.
We should have done it like this. It's whispered though.
Whispered, yes. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to go with.
A little louder, Willie.
Yeah, a little bit louder here. So
Hags would be screaming
I
at
think
us right now.
I'm going to go with Justin Rose.
You would have picked Jordan Lowe already.
Where is
Justin Rose?
Justin Rose is he's way down.
50 to 1. 50 to 1, yes.
Well, put some money on that, too.
We all are. We're all throwing $5 in on this.
What?
Yeah.
I don't even know who these guys are.
You're better off.
I'm going to take Rory McIlroy.
And I'll take Hideki Matsuyama. Xander Schauffele.
Softly.
He's actually, a lot of people think he's got a good shot of winning.
That's why I picked him.
He hits the ball long and high.
I guess
It's supposed to rain a little bit there.
I guess take my head at the cow's ass, but I'll take the butcher's word for it.
Ed, I don't know if that changes your thinking, but it's supposed to rain a couple days before.
Then I'll take Xander Schauffele.
I'm going to take...
That sounds good. I'll have that.
You guys are scared of the favorites. I'm taking Justin Thomas.
Justin Thomas.
I have no idea who that is either.
Well, I might as well go with Gretzky's son-in-law, Dustin Johnson.
I'm going to take Mahomes and Devontae Adams. Right at the end of the first round. Good time to take them. Good pick.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we have to pick one that's like 100 to 1 odds or something?
These guys are all going to be there. That's what they're saying. Okay, I'm going to go with... You know what? I'm going to go with Matt Kuchar.
Cooch.
As one of my picks. And my second pick, I'm going to go with... this is tough because... I'm going to go with Tony Finau.
Tony Finau?
Yeah, whatever.
I thought you were trying to say something and got tangled up there.
It was like I get a medal off my head. It was stuck on my tongue. Okay, Ed. Willie. You guys look the same. Different haircuts.
Now that I'm old.
I'm going to go with Phil Mickelson.
Phil, okay.
He's not even on here, is he?
Yeah.
80 to 1.
80 to 1, yeah.
I should have laid a bet when I could lay a bet on this.
He's not even on my list.
He's right here.
80 to 1. He's on the
Right
first
here.
page.
You gotta read?
80 to 1. It goes over 70,
geez.
80. It's a new. This is old math, not
Hey, I went to public school.
Yeah, that's a good point. Eric,
I'm going to take 5-time Green Jacket winner Tiger Woods.
yeah, that's a wasted pick.
That's stupid.
He's been putting terrible.
Am I the last pick now?
That was a setup.
Yeah, Ed on the 18th hole, the 4-footer to win it.
Well, I thought this was Mick Fleetwood, but it says Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah, it's his son. It's his son.
Is it really?
No,
I was going to say that I'm
no
not
idea.
picking him. Okay, so under that...
Here you go, Willie. There's my sheet with my name on it.
Oh, I like this guy.
I like this guy.
Louis Sathoizai.
He's won it before. Oosthuizen. He's won the Masters before.
He's got a green coat too.
Yeah, he's got a green coat.
Matches mine.
Fuck the red coats.
It's a
These
green
guys
coat.
waste all this time practicing for 20 years trying to win a green coat. You can just go down to like Costco and get one.
Value Village.
Yeah, so I got
Louis
Louis Oosthuizen.
Exactly. About what it's worth.
Wow. Ba-da-boom. So, yeah, okay, Masters this week. Out of your picks, who would you pick for sure to win it? Who would you pick? I don't get to put the money on the table here. We'll leave it down here.
Nope. I'm done. Getting out of here.
Who's your for sure?
Yeah, who would you take out of your 4 picks? Who do you think's going to win it?
Brooks Koepka.
Okay, who would you take?
I think Rory. Rory's my guy.
I go with DeChambeau.
I'm going to go with Bubba. I like Bubba.
Oh.
Bubba.
He's left-handed too, isn't he?
I guess he's a dick, too. Right?
He is a total douchebag.
Rumor
He
had
thinks
he's
he's funny and he's a
dick,
total
yeah.
a-hole.
Patrick Reed's the biggest dick, though.
How about this one, though? Fred Couples, at 60 years old, is playing, and he says, I wouldn't be playing if I didn't think I can actually win. He's played 34 years in the Masters. He's made 30 cuts. So only 4 times, and he's 60 years old.
Not to downplay your pick earlier, your Tiger Woods pick, but I was watching First Take yesterday, and the guy, they were talking to a golf guy, and he's like, "What do you think about Tiger Woods' chances?" The guy said, "If he makes the cut, I'll be surprised."
Oh, really?
But I'm not trying. I think he makes the cut because I think the thing about Tiger, he plays for this turn. At his juncture in his career, he just playing. He doesn't need to play, so he's playing for this. The majors are what he plays for, and although he didn't have a great showing the last, and this later in the year thing might have helped him out, but he has been playing pretty.
He hasn't been punting good.
But
but the course lays out for the big hitters. They can hit it high and bring it in soft.
DeChambeau is a guy that's
like Scott.
Yeah, Bubba Watson can smoke the ball a little bit. Tiger's a guy,
and he's won it.
Yeah, but DeChambeau is a good pick. I mean, obviously, they're all good picks.
You just worry about DeChambeau's. He's just his attitude, and I guess he hasn't been putting well either the last couple of times. But they're thinking he's going to be driving. He could drive the ball 400 yards in some of these holes. It's crazy.
Godspeed to him.
The whole thing of a 60-year-old playing in a sport, that's why I have a problem calling golf a sport. I know it's a difficult game and everything, but can you imagine Dick Butkus right now, like out on the field for the Bears, playing against the, because he's like in his 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
It's...
That's why bowlers are the best.
Yeah, bowling's a sport, there's no doubt about that.
Got to get to that line.
But golf is not.
I showed you I'm 47, I showed you my medal.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Did you win? You never asked me. Did you win?
I don't even know where
That cracked up. I don't even know where I finished. That's your favorite joke.
So this all goes back to the guy in a job comes up and goes, "Hey guys, I ran a half marathon today or yesterday." And I was like, "Did you win?" And my employees almost fell down laughing. This guy was embarrassed.
But Eric,
I can see why. I did okay.
Good for you.
Yeah, it feels
maybe we should all go cheer Eric on. We can drink some beer and watch him run by next time he does this.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
When we give him water, we'll give him a thing of whiskey.
He throws it in his face.
I would take it.
The banana cream shot.
Where's Glen? Those were so good.
Glen, Glen knows he's got open invitations, so I don't know where he is.
Where he did his snake draft, he wasn't even
I
there.
mentioned him in the opening too.
So tonight we have a little bit of Alex Trebek tonight. I'll start off with this as a kind of our comedy thing this week. It's pretty funny. It's been an old episode. You'll enjoy it. And I talked about this before the show. Our poll question is favorite game show host in honor of Mr. Trebek, who passed away of cancer at 80 years old this past week. It's funny because when you look up all these game show hosts that I looked up, his facial expressions are incredible. That's what these game shows, that's what they are about. Like even the new, like Steve Harvey is pretty good. He's pretty funny for a newer, and nobody really picked him on a thing. I don't think unless it changed, which is surprising.
He's awesome.
And I was debating between him because some of the stuff his face was awesome. But anyway, so here we go. Here's something from Alex Trebek. I think you guys might have heard this, but you'll get a kick out of this.
Football 200.
Your choice. Do or don't name this play in which the quarterback runs the ball and can choose to pitch it to another back. It's an option play. Ryan?
Football 400.
I can tell you guys are big football fans.
Yeah.
Tom Landry perfected the shotgun formation with this team. Dallas Cowboys. Do you think we should go to commercial?
Ryan, take it on to 600.
Okay, by signaling for one of these, a returner can reel in a kick without fear of getting tackled. Fair catch. 2 clues left, Ryan.
800.
These penalties are simultaneous violations by the offense and defense that cancel each other out. And they are called offsetting penalties. Let's look at the $1,000 clue just for the fun of it. Jimmy?
As Minneapolis' U.S. Bank Stadium prepares to host Super Bowl 52, I'm looking at the Ring of Honor with names from this defensive line that took the Vikings to 4 Super Bowls.
If you guys ring in and get this one, I will die. Who are the purple people eaters? We're going to take a break.
We're going to take a break. It's great. So I was looking for comedy, and that was pure comedy. His face, he looked at these people like, it's unbelievable. You guys can't answer one of these questions. And that's how it is. And it's probably one of the only Jeopardy categories. Well, I shouldn't say only, but I would have got them all. I would have won that category off these people that would probably beat me. I would have won. So.
I don't know. When you start seeing these people, how smart they are in certain specific categories, and you see common sense, like what we'd say is common sense.
Yeah.
And then you go, holy cow, these people vote. Yeah. It's like, oh my God. It's scary. They're so one-dimensional.
Yeah, well, so you know what? Well, yes, Willie.
Well, I was listening to Dan Patrick the other day, and Alex Trebek and Dan Patrick were really good friends because Dan Patrick did that Sports Jeopardy show.
Yes, he did.
And they taped that right at the same, where Jeopardy's taped. And so Alex says, Dan, let's go out to dinner. Dan says, sure, absolutely. He goes, but I got to get up early in the morning, so can we go earlier? So here they are, the only people in the restaurant, like about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, which I know what that's like, Right?
It's a half hour later than you normally.
It's dessert.
So Dan Patrick's really nervous about this. He's like, here it is, Alex Trebek, and he just got there to see, look, Alex, I just want to make sure I don't want your job. And Alex just looked at him and he goes, you don't have to worry about it. You're not getting it.
That's good.
Did you see they already are George Stephanopoulos is already, they said, going to replace him?
Really? You can't replace him.
No. I guess I'll never watch Jeopardy again, but anyway.
I thought they would do it. We talked about this about a year ago as Ken Jennings.
They just grooming him.
Yeah.
He's part of the show right now.
Yeah, why is he not?
He's being talked about. Yes,
good. I hope he does.
Because Stephanopoulos is an idiot. Well, he'll be back in this administration because
he'll have a job. He'll have again.
He'll be human services or something.
So real quick, let's jump into Jace's. We get the theme going in the background. We'll go and jump into Jace's Sports Minute real quick. Here.
This is the Basement Benchwarmers Sports Minute. The Masters start this week, and Sergio Garcia announced that he is going to be pulling out due to a recent COVID positive test. And Michigan State has announced that longtime head basketball coach Mike Izzo has tested positive for COVID. The Panthers announced on Monday that their star running back Christian McCaffrey will be out next week and even possibly 2 weeks with another injury. This time would be his shoulder. He had one good week in fantasy, doesn't mean he'll have any more good weeks. Rumors have come out that Chris Paul has said that he would be intrigued to be paired with Giannis in Milwaukee. This week's Alabama and LSU game could be in jeopardy as LSU is dealing with a COVID outbreak. The Bears announced on Monday that running back David Montgomery is in concussion protocol. Ex-Astros GM is seeking more than $22 million in damages from a breach of contract in relation to him losing his job over the Astros sign stealing scandal. Chase Elliott is the third youngest NASCAR Cup Series driver to win the NASCAR Cup Series. The Redskins announced on late Sunday that Kyle Allen suffered a dislocated ankle and a small fracture, and he will be out indefinitely. Alex Smith is named the new starter in Washington for the time being. That's the Basement Benchwarmers Sports Minute.
So the thing I want to pick out of there, besides Kyle Allen's pretty gruesome ankle injury, I'm going to talk about the LSU-Alabama game. It's been postponed now, and at the time we didn't know that. But the thing about it is that it's hilarious how his conference is holding it different. You have to have, this is the funny thing, you have to have so many games to play in to be the Final Four to get it. You have to have at least 8 games in, okay? So the Big Ten strips that chance from the Badgers by making them cancel 2 games, but Alabama-LSU gets postponed.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
3-game week at the end.
But I'm just saying, so Wisconsin doesn't have a chance because they won't let them make them up, but Alabama-LSU is going to be made up.
I thought it was 6 games.
No, you got to have 8 games, I believe it is. You have to have 8. That's why you see, and the SEC is handling it totally different than the Big Ten.
Well, different. All the rules are... There's no true governing body. It's per conference.
You're right. And it's
just like the COVID rules was sitting out. The SEC is 10 days, and the Big Ten is 21.
Yeah, all they're doing is guaranteeing Clemson and Alabama in the Final Four. Because Clemson's not going to get knocked out.
Well,
although they lost.
Yeah.
They're going to, the voters will go.
Or Ohio State.
If they had Trevor Lawrence, they would have won, they're going to say. So they're going to say, well, Ohio State, yeah. But who knows? If Ohio State has to miss a game, and if they allow Ohio State to postpone it, then I'm going to be upset about that. Yeah. I will be. And I'm pretty sure it's 8 games. I thought
it was 6 because the Badgers, from what I keep hearing, still have a chance.
So maybe it is 6. I thought it was 8, though. Yeah, so I'm not sure.
And I know that I think the qualifier to get in the Big Ten championship is 6. So if they get,
But
if they win that, then I think that they
to
could
play
make
a
the
national. I think it's 8.
Well, because they would play, then they would.
There'll only be 7 though.
No, because it's a Final Four for the national championship.
No, you have to have.
So that would be game
before
7.
You get invited.
Well, that would be game. Oh, to get invited into the Final Four.
So
I don't know.
could they just play a practice?
And the Badgers only
game?
had 8 games scheduled, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Michigan, all of them only had 8 games scheduled.
So they could really
they
only
started
miss
late,
one.
but you see, they're going to get done earlier, like Alabama, the SEC.
Yeah, well,
That's why
Pac-10 is going to be done. So you think they let the Badgers play one of the games if they could? And I know I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I thought it was 8 games.
We'll have to double.
Yeah, we can
double
find
check
out.
that.
Yeah, we'll look into it and see. So real quick, Ed, in honor of Mr. Trebek, as we're kind of doing a little Alex Trebek thing right here, he's devised some Jeopardy questions for us. So guys,
Remember,
you guys have a pen in your hand? Okay, click the end if you know the answer, and Ed will decide who gets to answer.
And remember, in the form of a question. All right, you guys ready?
No. Oh,
that was Scott.
What is
Go
no?
ahead.
What is no?
Got it. God, he's got this nailed. With Dak and Andy gone, this guy is tossing the ball for the Cowboys. Scott.
I'm not clicking.
Who's clicking?
Danucci. Who is Danucci?
Wrong.
Oh, that's right. They replaced
Gilbert.
him.
Good job, Willie.
Okay.
Garrett Gilbert. Okay, question number 2. After Devontae Adams, this player has the second most receptions on the green and gold. That's Eric.
Who is Aaron Jones?
He's wrong again. You're losing money.
You know, go ahead. You can guess first if you want.
Just guess.
I'm going to say Robert Tonyan.
Yep. Scott wins. That's it. That's the only questions I had. No. Okay, here's a tougher one. This is a weird category. Drink, drive, crash, manage, repeat.
Tony La Russa.
Oh, wait a minute!
Scott was in first.
What is?
Scott was in first.
Who is Tony La Russa?
Yeah, you got that one. This one.
Don't you look at people on the show and they're like hit their buzzer and they're like, it's not working! They freak out. I love it.
So Eric might be able to get above the 0 mark here. Since the Masters began in 1934, this golfer has the most appearances with 52.
That was Willie, I think.
Gary Player.
And Willie's got it
Wow,
right.
I wouldn't
Didn't say who is.
Oh, yeah. You.
So do I get to go
He
now?
didn't say.
I didn't hear it. We'll have to go back to the tape later. Okay. My quarterback rating was 40.4 this week, but it's difficult to throw while wearing 6 rings.
Who is Tom Brady?
Yeah.
40.4.
There is only one GOAT. Suck it, LeBron.
Who is Michael Jeffrey Jordan?
Yeah, I got it. You're still below 0.
Well, let's keep going. Come on.
We got a couple.
Come on, Alex.
In 2020, this relief pitcher gave up as many hits on his filthy changeup as he won Rookie of the Year awards.
Oh, he didn't win those. Oh, who is Devin Williams?
Yep. Gave up 1 hit.
.33 ERA, too.
One hit on his changeup all year.
Yeah.
This is the last one I got, so are you ready, Willie?
Dude, that's a daily double for me.
Why don't you suck it? Suck it, Trebek.
Hey, Trebek, your mother called me the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Who is Sean Connery, played by
Daryl Hammond.
Thanks, Eric.
He gave it up right.
I teed it up for you.
How'd you know I was going to do that, the last one?
So real quick, Tony La Russa, drunk driver, was hired the day after he got caught. It's pretty great, yes.
Can we put him on the bench warmers?
You know what? Let's do it.
Tony La Russa.
Benchwarmers hot seat.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, Benchwarmers hot for Tony La Russa. Should have hired AJ Hinch. I told you.
Did you hear what he said to the cop when he was getting arrested?
I'm a Hall of Famer.
He did, yes. Direct quote from that cop said he was yelling that he's a Hall of Famer. Yes.
So,
did you hear who his replacements are if he gets fired? It's Mark Grace and
and Gorman
Steve
Thomas.
Howe.
Steve Howe. And Ken Caminiti.
We got to bring in a guy that's
Lenny
stable.
Dykstra's a base coach.
Joe Namath wasn't available.
Susie, I want to kiss you. So you remember, since we brought up rookie year stuff, NL was Devin Williams, AL was Kyle Lewis. The manager of the year, Don Mattingly in the NL, and the AL was Kevin Cash. They should take that away.
Yeah.
David Ross ended up in third. in the manager of the year.
Who was the other manager of the year you said was going to win it? Renteria.
I said Mattingly. I like Mattingly.
Yeah, that was a good call.
Cash was kind of just because I figured, the year they had after the World Series, though, if they could have took their votes, they might have took them away.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know what? If they were in Pennsylvania, they would have took them away.
That's hilarious.
You got 3,000 more votes today. Renteria won.
I'm going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to be Illinois, Chicago changed for some reason. Never mind. There was a big voting dump. I don't know what that means even.
I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. I drink beer when I am sad, cause the beer it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer. Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good!
Well, beer is definitely good, and this is a real beer. This is not a tea, like I heard was on the show last week. This is a stout, and I'm just declaring it right now. November is stout month, so I'm going to do stouts the whole month of November. So I've done KBS before by Founders. It's a great beer. I think a lot of people know it. It's Kentucky Breakfast Stout. But they've been doing some variants, and I came across this one, and Willie's going to love this because of the Michigan flair. So this is KBS Maple Mackinac Fudge.
Mackinac.
And it's talk about a dessert beer. I mean, you guys took a sip out of this thing already. This thing is it's potent. It's potent like KBS, has that good coffee stout flavor. And this one, obviously, it was. Where's my notes on it here? It was barrel aged like they usually are with the coffee, and then they added the Mackinac fudge and maple as well. So, how's that for intuitive? But it's 11%er.
Oh boy!
Yeah, first time they've made it. You like it?
Oh damn, it's good.
Good stuff. A lot of flavor.
Put this in ice cream, make it float.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think?
What's the UPC code on that?
UPC code is that would be 42860. Screw you, Scott. 11% ABV, and it was bottled 10/14/20.
And the bottle's recyclable. I saw that.
Yep.
This is actually Tony La Russa's favorite beer at 11%.
And he's a Hall of Famer.
he's a Hall of Famer.
I also brought, we're going to enjoy this one after the KBS Espresso flavored stout.
Oh.
So.
No, thank you.
Oh, yeah, I'm in for that.
So, cheers, gentlemen. Good to be back.
Cheers.
Cheers to Alex.
This is
cheers
solid.
to Mr. Trebek. A legend. A TV legend.
Who is a legend?
Yes. So we're going to hop into our, I would say hop into, I don't know why. Maybe because friend of the show, we're going to hop into. We're going to talk about, might as well keep it rolling with the Trebek theme and talk about our fan poll this week. Our fan poll was favorite game show host, and I've got a couple on mine. Well, you got any on yours? I forgot if you did or not. I can't remember.
I had a couple, but since you don't have any internet right now, I can't get it.
You don't have cellular service?
I do. I got like one bar down here.
But we're in the basement of the Masters.
Yeah.
I thought we were in the Butler cabin.
We're somewhere. Let me see what I got here.
I've got tons of stuff for this because I thought that was the...
You have plenty of honorable mentions then. Okay, so here we go. I got 20 comments on this one, so let's roll them off. So the first one I got Gene Rayburn and Richard Dawson. Also, that was Jim Newberry. Joe LaCicero Cavelli said Wink Martindale and Dick Clark. Wink Martindale, tic-tac-toe with the Dragons was always it's kind of freaky, but I loved it. Richard Dawson, my sister said, because he was hot. Hop said Alex Trebek and Wink Martindale. Kelsey Bussy, I can't see her last name. Regis, because it's a family joke. Right, okay. Sean Olsen, I think he spelled this wrong, but he put Bib Barker. I bet he meant Bob. Or Bob Barker he put after.
That's Happy Gilmore's favorite.
Linda Hansen put Bob Barker. Steve Lahovich put Bob Barker. Leanne Corray put Bob Barker. Sherry Krause put It's Tied Between Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, so I'm guessing she meant Pat Sajak and
Alex
Trebek, obviously. Drew Carey on The Price Right. Marion Chess. Good different hosts. I do like them. Help me with this. I'm maybe missing. Linda Digby said Alan London?
Alan Ludden. He used to do Password.
Okay, there you go.
Betty White was his... she was married... He was married to Betty White.
Tim Mahaffey put like a laugh in a sunglass. He put Chris Cameron Swayze. I don't know if he's being funny. I have no idea who that is. I don't know. Okay. Jack Musha put Alex Trebek. He's watched it every day for 30 years.
Yep.
Pat Sajak, close second, he said. Rich Dawson was Pam Wilson. And Michael Smith put Groucho Marx.
Yeah.
So
bet your life.
Yep.
So
it's actually a pretty funny show.
So out of those, what do we like for a win this week? I kind of... We have a lot of the same ones. I like people to stop on the box. I'm going to vote for... my vote's going to be... Well, I can't pick them because they already... I don't know. Maybe jump out at you. I'm going to go with Marion Chess and Drew Carey.
Yeah, I was thinking about Drew Carey, too, on another show. Remember Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, great show.
That was a great show. I didn't even think about that one.
Funny show. That's a great funny show.
Yeah, I'll second your Drew Carey pick.
Carey?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I've seen Whose Line in person.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. Marion Chess, you get a shirt if you listen to the show. Let me know, and we'll get you a shirt. Thank you for answering. And here are our picks. I got some little sound bites of them. So let's start with Ed and his pick. He has 27 of them, but here's his one pick. And I believe... you picked... I
don't remember now.
The Love Connection fellow, right?
Chuck Woolery.
Yeah, so here we go. Take a listen.
Two and two. All right, baby, honey, let's go to bed. I'm just having too much fun here. 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Too funny. Two and two. That's right. 2 and 2. What's wrong with that? 2 minutes, 2 seconds.
I'm really a wild woman.
2 and 2.
Too outrageous.
2 and 2. She had hips that would make a battleship jealous.
Too good to be true. Love Connection. Every night at 7:30 Eastern, only on Game Show Network.
Yeah, Love Connection was awesome. They said some shit, man. He was also, people forget, Woolery was the first wheel, or not the first, but I think he was the second Wheel of Fortune guy. Sajak replaced him, I believe.
He's also had a couple shows on the Game Show Network, actually, since the Game Show Networks began. So our second guy was, I can't remember, who'd you pick, Eric?
I have Richard Dawson.
Oh, well, here we go, Rich Dawson. Now, like I said, it was tough to find clips because they're so facial. Those clips
Willie's got the box of facial stuff over there.
Okay, let's just listen to Mr. Dawson.
How did you meet this intelligent fellow?
At a dorm dance.
Really?
And he dropped me on the floor. And I got mud all over.
I picked her up afterwards. Did you really? I mean, he dropped you?
Yes, and I got mud all over something when he dropped me, if you know what I mean.
He picked you up physically?
Yeah, we were doing a swing, and then he dropped me, and I landed right on my...
Derriere. Very nicely put. Thank you. Yeah.
Douche?
No, you're... Tush.
Tush!
Tush.
She's a linguistics major.
Yes, I can see that.
You get the general idea.
I get more than the general idea, honey. In fact, you've told me more about that mud dropping incident than I wish to know.
Well, that's obviously that's Richard Dawson, the original host of Family Feud, the Kissing Bandit. Actually got his start on Hogan's Heroes, which is another great sitcom. We didn't even mention that sitcom when we did that on the show. But yeah, always kissing the ladies. Said it was for luck. Always seemed like he was more than half in the bag too. When he was, he's just listening to that clip, sounded like he was hammered.
He was the Harvey Weinstein of game show.
Yeah. I was going to say the Harry Carey, but
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just something I remember from childhood is Richard Dawson going out there and Family Feud. Hey, good KBS was hilarious. So,
do you know he met a second wife on the show?
Yes,
she was a contestant.
Yes,
I found out last night when I was looking at it. It was great. I listened to the story.
And the other story is when because there was a revival, he quit for a while and came back.
Yes, he did.
And when he came back, his stepdaughter or whatever from that marriage wouldn't. He vowed to not kiss any of the women on the show anymore because he could only kiss mom.
There you go.
So
wasn't he on like Laughing or something too for a while?
He was always, and he was actually yes, he was.
I think he was on Laughing,
and he was actually a great, not a contestant, but a great, whatever you call him, panelist on Password all the time.
Password.
He was and Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares, and
he was hilarious on Password.
He was on that one. The Match Game.
Oh, yes, the Match Game, too. You are correct. No, I'm sorry. It was a match. It was Match Game, I meant. Not Password.
Okay,
Match Game. Yes, you are correct. So, you are correct, sir. So Willie's pick.
I don't even know who the hell it was. What was it?
We're going to hear who he is right now because I know this is him. This is who he picked.
It's going to be an old guy.
Yeah, no, it's not. Listen up. This is one of the funniest clips in television history. It really is.
Girls, tell me where specifically is the weirdest place that you personally, girls, have ever gotten the urge to make whoopee?
In the
No, I'm not talking about is the weirdest location, the weirdest place.
location.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The location. Give me an answer, please. He said it was in the car on the freeway.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Anybody guess where that was? That's still Mary's trying to figure this out.
It was in the butt, she said, but she used another word. And
that's right.
And
Bob Eubanks.
His face was incredible. Like, oh no! It's we're exploding. Location.
It was great on the dating game. I loved watching that show. That was one of those shows, and my mom, didn't really like us to watch because he talked about whoopee and all that crap. Like on there.
The Newlywed game. You said dating.
Yeah. Okay. He was on Card Sharks too.
Yes, he was. Great show too.
Card Sharks was awesome.
Yep, great. Bob. You know what? The one thing I noticed when I looked at all these guys, including mine, I'm going to pick with Richard Dawson, Woolery, Eubanks, and my pick, Bob Barker. I picked. They were the coolest dudes in the room, man. Smooth. Their hair, they were like these. They had these great coifs of hair, and it was just they were awesome, man. You sat there going, man, I'm going to be a game show host when I go. That stuff's awesome.
They were almost like Rat Pack.
They were. They were awesome
or something.
Yeah, kids wanted to grow up to be Wink Martindale.
At least one his name.
So here's my pick, Bob Barker.
Mr. Bernard, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. In just a moment, an emergency has occurred. Would you believe this moment had to occur, did it not? Patricia has gone to the little girl's room. A gentleman, whom I assume is her husband, has rushed out to get her. A page has gone after the gentleman. Everyone in America is wondering how long can they wait for Patricia. Here comes Patricia.
That's awesome.
So Bob Barker, gold standard up there with many people. Bob Barker, Price is Right, was a show I used to watch with my grandma all the time when she came to town. It was, summer when I was a kid. 10 o'clock every day. The Price is Right was on, and it was a great game show.
You do that 35 years or something like that?
Oh, yeah. And the best thing about it, you didn't realize you got older that the cars they gave away were like stripped down models.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, a car! And then you get older, it's like a brand new pickup truck it's $8,000. I'm like, that truck's got like a wheel and half a seat in it. As you get older, you think of different things.
You just won this beautiful Geo Metro.
And as you get older, too, it's like a tryptospan or a washer and dryer. I take the washer and dryer, sure. The washer and dryer would be awesome. Think about it.
Exactly.
I mean, the stuff changes as you get older.
You know who didn't like Bob Barker, though?
Who?
Happy Gilmore. The price is all wrong, bitch.
And his beauties.
Yeah.
They were all your first crutches. You know they were. Let's do it. That's our tribute to Alex Trebek tonight. Any other ones you want to throw out there that you enter? Any other? Willie, what do you got?
I've got one right here. How about Chuck Barris, The Gong Show?
Ooh, The Gong
Show. That's a good one.
How about Jack Barry? The Joker's Wild, was that his name? Jack Barry? Remember?
I think so.
The new host is Snoop Dogg, but did you see?
That's awesome. I have to watch that.
The Snoop Dogg has a game show. It's the same. It's Joker's Wild.
No. Okay,
he did.
I'm in.
I think it was Jack Barry. I could be. I think it's Jack Barry. I'm mistaken.
Well, Snoop Dogg was given the job. He was going to be the next James Bond. And
how about Monty Hall?
Yeah,
Let's make a deal, baby.
Yeah. Anybody else got any?
Well, Pat Sajak's one of the gold standards too. Did anybody really mention?
Well, the guest. I
was just thinking Vanna White, but
he started. I heard a story. He was in Chicago, played a radio host. He called. I think it was Dick Biondi called. Won a thing, and then he went to college after that. went to Nam. And he actually was at with Adrian Cronauer from
Good Morning Vietnam. Right?
And he used to do it all the time too. It wasn't just Adrian Cronauer.
Nice.
And also another fact about Pat Sajak, Ed Grimley loved Pat Sajak.
Ed Grimley.
I might say.
I might say myself. Yeah.
I got one for you here, and you got to tell me what show he did. Ken Ober.
Yeah, remote control.
Remote control. Yeah.
Kenny wasn't like the other boys.
How about?
Do you know who else was that? You know who else was on that show? You had Colin Quinn, Adam Sandler, Dennis Leary.
Yep,
great show.
I had it on my list. That was going to be my sneaky one here.
How about? I'm going to drop. Let's go to Pooch here because I can't think of his name. I can see his face. He's on the Food Network now.
Guy Fieri?
No,
Mark Summers.
Mark Summers.
I got him on my list too.
What was him?
Well, he was on I'll Take the Physical Challenge.
Yes, sir. Double Dare. That was a great show. We actually set up me and my sister set up a Double Dare course in our house, and we would do that with all friends of ours, wherever we'd set up courses in our house all the time. It was awesome.
Parents loved that.
Oh, yeah, they did. It was great. It was good times.
I got one more for you. You got to tell me the game show. Peter Tamarkin.
It wasn't Whammies. Yeah, it was.
Press your luck.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
I got one. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Ben Stein.
Ben Stein, yeah.
He had Jimmy Kimmel under him.
Bueller.
Last time Kimmel was funny.
Bueller.
And what about Jim Lang? What did he do?
Jim Lang was a smooth-looking fella, too, and what did he host? Was it like the dating game?
You got it, the dating game.
Nice.
Wow.
I got one that nobody has.
Hold on.
You got one?
No. Click it in. Sorry. Who is Jim Lang? Or who is that? Whatever.
I'll take Regis Philbin for $400.
Nope.
Can I phone a friend?
Ben Bailey.
Ben Bailey?
Ben Bailey.
Oh, Ben Bailey.
Ben Bailey.
You guys watched way more game shows than I did.
It's still current. I mean,
I don't know.
Cash Cab.
Oh, yeah, Cash Cab. Yeah, that's good, yeah.
Nerd. Come on, let's be
Nerd.
relevant.
I drove around New York in a cab, and all they did was steal my wallet and then drop me off like in the Bronx somewhere.
I got one more for you. Bert Convy.
Bert Convy, curly hair, passed away. Was it? Oh, I can see the show too. Wasn't he married to Barbie Benton or something like that? Wasn't he like hooked up with her?
Chick, I can't remember.
He wasn't the Hollywood Squares, was he?
No, Hollywood Squares was the guy with the
Peter Marshall.
Peter Marshall,
which was Alex Trebek's one of his best friends.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Alex called him Petey.
What was Bert Convy?
Name that tune.
He did Win, Lose, or Draw, Tattletales, or Super Password.
Super Password.
Well, Dick Clark, too, did the triangle thing.
Pyramid, yeah.
The $10,000 pyramid.
Yeah. And then it was $25,000 later.
Right.
It bumped up. Yeah.
We could have done a snake draft, I think, on the game show.
Yeah. Game show. Well, you know what? We'll do it again. No, I'm just kidding, man. The game shows are over. Sorry. That's a thing of the past. That was our game show. Alex Trebek, a toast to Alex, like we just did.
We still got that mean lady from Best in Show and stuff on there.
Oh yeah, what's the show she's got now?
I don't know, something with celebrities.
Yeah,
Best in Show.
She's funny. I never watched the show.
Jane Lynch.
Oh yeah, it was a celebrity game
night.
Game night, and then she has a new one now. That's something else. But whatever.
Not that I don't watch that, but
I never watch. Yeah, she's funny, but I've never watched any of those shows.
Yeah. So let's start. We at least where are they now? But we'll do that in a minute. We'll hop into a little NFL talk first. So week 9 kicked off, and some big games this week. We'll start with the Seahawks-Bills. The Bills travel to... the Seahawks traveled to Buffalo, and Josh Allen got his game back. 415, 3 touchdowns. Russell Wilson, 392 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 1 in the end zone. And DJ Dallas spinning records again for them in the backfield. 31 yards and a touchdown. Zach Moss, 18 and a touchdown. Not much running in that game. Diggs, 9 for 118. And DJ Metcalf, DK, not DJ. DK, wasn't he on Full House? We'll talk about that later. 7 catches, 108. Yeah, 7 catches, 108 and a touchdown. So out of that game, any surprises to you guys? I'm surprised. Not really surprised. I mean, two good teams travel across country. First game that Seattle's lost traveling across country this year. They've had first game that Seattle's lost traveling from west to east. So
yes.
it's a tough thing to do because they had a couple games Willie pointed out this year, or that they've already won. So tough thing, and Buffalo's going to be around. So I don't think Seattle has to really freak out or anything. I mean, the division with Arizona losing this week also kind of.
So that's the most points that the Seahawks defense have given up in the Pete Carroll era. Yeah, and that's one of the things I brought up. It's like, or I wanted to bring up, Seahawks. I think they're a solid team. I think they're obviously a playoff team. Does Russell Wilson do this though every year, where he's just fantastic for the first 6 games, and then he starts to make some of those mistakes in big games? All we heard is Russell MVP. This is the year. But he starts to fade, and he does throw some picks in big games.
It's funny. These are the 2 quarterbacks they talked about as being MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen's been
played better.
Well, it's going to be Allen. It's going to be Allen, Wilson, Mahomes, and Rodgers. That's the top 4, and I don't think it's going to. Now, it's almost like, not to be funny, but it's almost like an election. Once the top 4 are there, they're not changing them. They're not going to ever sway and go, oh, well, this guy might hop in. Those are the 4. That's right now. No matter what happens from here on out, those are the 4.
Yeah.
And Rodgers got the number 1. He's going to win his division most likely. So he's got the heads up there in the division part. Buffalo and probably Josh Allen too might be tough to lose it, but. I mean, with Russell Wilson, might have a little tougher time. It's a better division, so you might give him a little more credit. And the only defense, I'll say, Russell Wilson, they got down fast in that game. He didn't throw those picks till when they were down. Which, when you're throwing a ball an extra, and they can't run. Neither team could run though. Not just, to be honest, Josh Allen played fine without running the ball. So I mean, and so yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. We'll see. Schedule,
but they're no longer a defensive team.
No. They might be learning. Who knows? They got new guys, but we'll see. I mean, they're not
44 points.
They don't have Richard Sherman out playing an island for them anymore. They don't have that, so we'll see. I mean,
no Legion of Boom.
Another game this week. Oh, Willie, do you have another fun fact, or you have one?
I do have something here. Josh Allen. This is his second game with at least 400 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and 0 interceptions, and a 130-plus passer rating. He's the first player in the Super Bowl era with multiple games in a single season. That's pretty impressive. I think it was week 2 when his last time he had these numbers.
And I traded him away last year.
So the Falcons Denver travels to Atlanta, and Atlanta wins the 3rd out of the 4th game since a coaching change. And also that it's odd that it correlates with Julio Jones being back, so I don't know if that played anything in that. 34-27. Drew Lock, pretty good game. 2 in a row, 313, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Matt Ryan, 284, 3 touchdowns. Gurley, 53 and a touchdown. Drew Lock led the team in rushing, 47 yards and a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 7 for 125 and a touchdown. We were just discussing this earlier about receivers, and this year's receiver class is kind of living up to the hype a little bit. I mean, Jeudy has come on it goes with your quarterback. Drew Lock's playing better, so Judy's getting more yards.
That seems to be the first. That was Judy's coming out.
He had a good game last week too, because I have him in fantasy. So
yeah, I do.
He was on my bench last week. I didn't put him on my bench this week.
Oh, and I did the opposite. I had him on the bench this week.
Oh, against the Falcons D. Huh.
Yeah, I know. Shows you.
Hey,
where my mind is at lately.
Yeah. Judy. Is that how they say it? I don't know.
Judy.
Any fun facts, Willie? No?
Nothing on this thing. Sorry.
Anybody? Bueller?
Atlanta's going to make their run. They're going to make the playoffs yet. 9 straight wins after this.
Well, Carolina's coming back, and New Orleans and Tampa are keeping each other. You never know. They announced today they might let 16 teams in now, too, in the NFL. So
this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Because they're contemplating.
They might sit up as we go.
They have no chance for bye weeks possibly. So if a COVID thing happens, they might just cancel a game and just say,
giddy up.
So a team can't be mad. They let 2 more teams in.
They are also adding a DH.
And I'll bet you guys all sitting here, they could add 27 teams or 28 teams. And 2 wouldn't come from the NFC East.
He's got a lot of money on the table already, I see. Let's just keep throwing it.
So Ravens-Colts, kind of the battle that we kind of thought defensively was. 24-10, I took the Ravens in the under in that game, so it worked out well for me. Lamar Jackson, 170, quiet again, but he had 58 yards and a touchdown rushing. Nick Boyle, 4 catches, 46 yards, and Phillip Rivers, back to it from last week, as we talked about, 227 and an interception, 39 yards for Jordan Wilkins. Taylor with a big fumble and just losing carries left and right now. And it's weird to me.
Yeah.
But he's young. Years to come. I mean, they're not going to get rid of him. Trust me.
But if Mac was an injured, would he even be?
Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
And Mac would be the guy.
And Pittman 456. So in that game, big fumble, game a touchdown on the play. Neither quarterback played great, but Jackson obviously has the more star power, and that's what prevailed in that game. Phillip Rivers just I don't know, looked fine. I mean, didn't do anything great, spectacular, but 24-10. I don't know anything on that game. Ravens are kind of pushing themselves. Had to get that was a big game for them because they have to keep with the Steelers. We'll talk about that in a second. Willie,
yeah, it marked the Ravens' 31st consecutive game with 20-plus points, breaking a tie with the 2012-2014 Broncos for the longest such streak in NFL history.
Okay. Panthers, Chiefs. That was a game that was surprising to a few people, including myself. Chiefs did prevail, but the Panthers wouldn't go away.
They got a nice early start on them.
Yeah, they are probably the best 3-6 team in football.
Poor Christian McCaffrey, though.
Yeah, McCaffrey hurt again, 69 yards and a touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 105 and a touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater, 310, 2 touchdowns, and 1 rushing, I believe. Pat Mahomes, 372, 4 touchdowns. And Allaire, 5 carries for 14 yards. Their running game is non-existent. And Travis Kelce, 10 for 159, but he's still alive.
Yeah, Jason.
And Tyreek Hill had a good game, too.
In our Benchwarmer League, Jace actually offered me a trade. He wanted Hilaire, and I forgot who he's going to send me. I should have probably took that now. He's looking pretty rough the last few weeks.
Well, they don't run the ball very well.
And the Le'Veon Bell edition hasn't done anything.
And that might, once again, the Chiefs are a good team, but that might be their downfall. You got to be able to run the ball in KC, Pittsburgh, all these places you have to go outside. Doesn't matter if there's fans or not. It's still going to snow or rain. Yep. And I want to go back to that. We'll talk about that game right now, actually, so I can kind of make a point about that. Sunday Night Football was really a crazy game. And when I say a crazy game, the Saints end up beating the Buccaneers 38-3, and nobody sitting here can tell me they saw that coming. No,
I did.
I'm not saying New Orleans winning, but how it was done.
I don't think New Orleans saw it coming.
No,
Those points stacked up so quick, it was like, what?
Yeah, and Drew Brees, I benched him in one of my leagues for Deshaun Watson, and the hilarious thing is Deshaun Watson outscored him by a point. Weird scoring. But I lost my connection here. 38-3. Drew Brees had 4 touchdowns, I believe. Any fun facts about that game? I'm looking this up.
Drew Brees here. I had something here.
What was Tom Brady's quarterback rating, though?
40.4.
Who is Tom Brady?
Can we put him on the
Benchwarmers Hot Seat?
Who's the backup in Tampa Bay? Is it Steve Young still?
Backup in Tampa,
Steve DeBerg.
I believe it's Brad Johnson. I have to check on that.
Is it really?
Well,
I do have. Nick Foles threw for 345 and 2 touchdowns.
Wow,
and that means nothing.
Right. Well, I do have something. The Saints are the first division opponent to ever sweep the regular season series versus Brady.
Oh,
so
well, yeah. I mean, I'm still. I don't buy into the everybody makes fun of Tom Brady. Well, you played against the AFC East all those years. Well, you still won Super Bowl, so that's not a good joke.
Yeah.
But now it is a little tough. You're playing better competition and more better.
Wow. You're a linguist too.
I'm a linguist. I like linguini. Does that make
Tampa Bay they've struggled a couple times. They've looked really good a couple times, and they've struggled a couple times this year.
Hey, still my Super Bowl pick. I'm not going away.
Yeah,
I can't. You can't leave them. I can't leave them, guys.
So wait a second. Didn't the Packers beat New Orleans?
Yes.
And New Orleans blew out Tampa, and Tampa blew out the Packers.
Yeah. So New Orleans Super Bowl? No.
So what does that tell you?
The Bears took New Orleans to overtime.
Well, I got one other thing.
Any given day.
So what does that tell you?
Day.
Absolutely nothing.
No.
It tells you how much parity there is in the NFL right now.
And the NFL loves it.
Yep. That's
and
why
we do too as fans.
When you get down on your team, you're like, oh, they can't play offense, they can't play defense. You know what? Not a lot of teams play both very well.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk about the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are the best team in the league. But what do we just say? No running game.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead.
By the way, that 35-point margin of defeat was the largest in Brady's career.
Wow.
As a starter.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I forgot. I heard that too.
And he's part of the problem.
40.4.
He's part of the problem.
Now we're going to talk about the next game here after the Saints obviously won that game. Steelers, who I think can play both sides of the ball pretty well, had a tough game in Dallas. But tough game still was a win. Moved to 9-0, correct? 9-0?
No.
8-0.
8-0, I'm sorry. And Rossberger, 306, 3 touchdowns. Gilbert Godfrey, or Gilbert, whatever, 243 and a touchdown. Pollard, 57 yards. James Conner, 9 for 22. Juju Smith-Schuster, 693 and a touchdown. And CeeDee Lamb, 4 catches, 71 yards and a touchdown. Another receiver drafted this year.
Yeah, and he was playing behind 2 or 3 guys that were pretty solid.
Yeah, Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup will be gone next year just because he's in his final year. And
Cooper's faded a little bit too.
Cooper will be there because they signed him. But
Yeah,
I think the plan was because they're going to lose Gallup, they're not going to sign him. So
CeeDee Lamb's the second.
Yeah, and CeeDee Lamb's a good receiver. I mean, as he's proving.
But
Steelers struggled in that game. They were down at one point 10-0 or 13-0.
Yeah,
and they came back and won the game. So that's what it's all about, I guess. And like you said, you're going to have these games, but when you can win these games, that's the difference between being a number 1 or 2 seed to being a 5, 6, 7, or not in the playoffs.
Or a 12 seed this year?
Yeah, 17 seed, but it won't be the Giants. Willie, any fun facts?
None on this game.
Okay. Texans-Jaguars, 27-25, in a bit of a surprising game, too, because I thought with the backup starting in Jacksonville, it would be a little tough for him, but not bad. Kept in the game. Deshaun Watson, 21, 2 touchdowns, 10 carries, 50 yards. David Johnson suffered a concussion in that game. Will Fuller, the fifth, 5 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. DJ Chark. DJ 7 catches, 146, and a touchdown.
Keep going.
Robinson, coming out of nowhere, 99 yards and a touchdown for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
He's been solid.
And James Lutton, who started the game for the injured Gardner Minshew. I'm saying fancy names tonight. 304 and a touchdown, 1 interception. The Texans survive and leave Jacksonville with a win. We have one team with 1 win in the NFL right now, and that is Jacksonville, and we have one team undefeated, which is Pittsburgh. So that's the separation now. And a team with 0 wins.
The Jets tried to pull it off.
Yeah, the Jets did, and
they, I'm sure we'll get to that game.
Yeah. The Dolphins, my team. Hear that? The Dolphins go to Arizona and win 34-31. Took Dolphins in the over in that game. That's Tua behind me. He's cheering. Tua actually, after the first game, I gave him incomplete. I gave him an A+ for this game, A-. He was right in that range. He played really well, although Kyler Murray did play also well. Tua, 248, 2 touchdowns. Kyler Murray, 283, 3 touchdowns. Murray also led the team in rushing, 106 and a touchdown. And Sam Ahmed, 7 carries, 30 yards for the Dolphins with the subbing in for the injured.
Gaskin.
Yeah, Gaskin's been injured. Devontae Parker, 6 for 64, and Christian Kirk, who is an enigma in fantasy, 5 for 123 and a touchdown.
I drafted him for $1 this year. I had him last year. Released him because he's been garbage. And now he's putting up huge numbers again. Now he's a keeper again.
Yeah, well, and Hopkins is kind of quiet down a little bit, not much. He's still getting his catches, but not as big as the first 2.
I have him too.
He's still a fantasy part of the league.
You know what Christian Kirk is? Lance Moore. Remember Lance Moore?
Lance Moore.
He would do that same stuff. He'd score 20 fantasy points, and the next week 1, and then a week later 30. I mean, just.
Yeah,
that's how Kirk is, kind of.
Metcalf had that week, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, where he had 1 catch for 7 yards.
Yeah, but he had
something.
the most incredible tackle ever.
Yeah, it was that same week.
Yeah. Wilson.
I digress a little bit here. We're talking about Hopkins, okay?
Yes.
So,
I digress.
But I'm going to talk about Will Fuller right here because he had 77 yards receiving touchdown on Sunday and scored a receiving touchdown in each of his last 6 games. That broke a tie with DeAndre Hopkins for the longest such streak in Texans history. So
would have been worth a 3rd-round pick.
And we're good. We're good in that game. It was cool.
I forgot which game we were talking about.
What happened? I blacked out.
Arizona, Miami. We were talking about.
Oh yeah, it was a good game.
Miami won. So
yeah.
You guys hear who won?
I'm on board with.
Did you watch that show back in the day?
What?
Flipper.
Well, I thought that was Ace Ventura.
I watched the one with that dark.
Finkel is Einhorn. Finkel.
You got to watch the newer one with that dark angel chick in it. What was her name?
The one that's going to be on James Bond?
No. No, I can't think of her name.
Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba. She was on the new Flipper.
Alba.
It's like, oh, look at her in her bathing suit. And it's like, she's 13.
She's on the list.
I
When
guess
she, when she was 13.
Flipper.
Oh, no, now, I mean. No, she's 40.
I thought you were talking about Flipper.
Where do I put it?
Always goes for the blowhole.
So anyway, we'll move on. Raiders go to L.A., win 31-26. Derek Carr, 165, 2 touchdowns. Justin Herbert, Rookie of the Year, 326, 2 touchdowns. I'm going to call it right there.
Hands down, yeah.
Devin Booker, although Joe Burrow's going to get some votes, he's had a solid year also. Booker, 8 carries, 68 yards and a touchdown. Hunter Renfrow, 2 catches, 60 yards. Kyle Allen, 9 for 103. I'm sorry, Keenan Allen, 9 for 103 and a touchdown. And Balaj, 15 carries, 69 yards, 1 TD. So the Raiders pull it out, move to 5-3. Chargers dropped to 2-6 in that game. So any fun facts, anything about this game besides Aaron Rodgers is going to take his spot next year?
But how many points have the Chargers lost? I mean, how many?
It's like 12
well, that's
total.
I bet it's under 20 total for all the games they've lost. They lost 6 games. I bet 20 would be a fair number.
I'm going to pick against Herbert as the Rookie of the Year because Tyrod Taylor is still their quarterback.
Okay.
Punctured leather or not.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's not our quarterback. It's Tyrod Taylor.
There's no way. Tyrod Taylor, I feel bad for the guy, but he ain't getting that job back.
It's because John Travolta gave him the shot.
Give him the shot.
That's right. Giants, Washington, 23-20. Besides Alex Smith throwing his first touchdown in a couple years, that's good enough for me.
Which is pretty awesome.
It's good enough for me, right?
That's right.
That's awesome. Next question.
So the Giants move to three-way tie for second.
And he won that job over a healthy quarterback, or was it?
Kyle Allen broke his leg.
Kind of what the
but where's
Haskins?
The same thing. Is Haskins just benched?
Yeah, they're trying.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Is there a curse on Washington quarterbacks? I mean, Joe Theismann.
No, did you hear that? There is. Joe Theismann said November is a bad month for Washington quarterbacks because Theismann,
that's when Smith
did it November, and Alex Smith was November, and now Kyle Allen November.
RG3.
I wonder if he tore his knee up in November. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think he acknowledges.
Playing on that rock hard.
So I think we covered all the games except for moving to NFC North now. Lions Vikings 34-20. Sorry, Willie, I jinxed the Lions a couple weeks ago. I was like, yeah, they're looking good. Well, and now the Vikings are looking good, and they're
kind of like the Falcons,
playing better now.
Delvin Cook's looking good.
Yeah, Delvin Cook, another game with 200 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Jefferson, 3 catch, 64 yards. Kirk Cousins, 223 touchdowns. Stafford, 211, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. DeAndre Swift, 13 for 64, and Danny Amendola, 7 for 77. Once again, just got out of hand quick for them. They were down 20-0 pretty fast. I think they were 20-3, and they just never regrouped from the deficit. So, any comments on the Lions Vikings?
Willie, I hope I don't steal your thunder here, but I heard Delvin Cook is like on pace for like 2,600 yards or something in 15 games.
Yeah, he's at 8.
It's crazy.
He's at 858, and didn't he miss? He missed a game, didn't he?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, 15 games.
So he leads the NFL over Derrick Henry, and then it's not even close. It's 858, 843, and then Josh Jacobs is 588.
Yeah.
So yeah, that pace sounds about right.
This week they go to Chicago, so that'll be interesting.
Right.
Anything, Willie?
I do. Actually,
you look all poised to talk.
Since 1950, only 2 other players with at least 225 scrimmage yards and at least 2 rushing touchdowns in back-to-back games are Hall of Famer Jim Brown in weeks 1 and 2 in 1963 with the Browns, and Deuce McAllister weeks 11 and 12 in 2003 with the Saints.
Deuce McAllister.
So he's good company.
So Bears-Titans, typical performance of the Bears offense. Last 3 weeks, still going strong. Foles, 335, 2 touchdowns. In mop-up duty, Montgomery, 14 carries, 30 yards. Fun fact about, and I can't remember the fun fact. I'll get to it later.
Well, Jimmy Graham got a garbage touchdown at the end.
Yeah, Allen Robinson, 7 catches, 81 yards. Tannehill, 158, 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry only rushed 68 yards. A.J. Brown, 4 catches, 101, 1 touchdown. The big play in the game was the fumble, scoop, and touchdown that pretty much changed the game and ended it there. Bears offense still
lethargic.
Lethargic at best. It's a tough stretch right now, and I'm not going to figure it out. I have no idea. You can't get offensive linemen now, so they're in for the long haul with what they got.
Does Nagy give up the play calling this week?
Have we put him on the?
Yeah, many a times. We can
Yeah.
put it on
Oh,
again
okay.
if you
No,
want.
no, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
we
It's
can
fine.
do it again.
No, we got enough Chicago guys already.
Do we have any games left? Can I announce the Packer one?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that. In Green Bay, the Jordan Love-less Packers throttle the 49ers.
That's funny.
I don't know. Does it sound right? Jordan Love-less.
Loveless.
Rodgers, 305, 4 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, 15 for 58. Devontae Adams, 10 for 173, 1 touchdown. Nick Mullins, he had that song.
Oh, yeah. Sonny. What the hell was
where
it?
he talked in the song. Mullins, Sean Mullins.
Oh, Sean Mullins.
Oh, yeah.
It was Sonny.
Lullaby.
Lullaby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hey.
Doesn't
So
he
Nick-
talk about Dennis Hopper in that
Yeah,
song?
he does. Yeah, Sonny and Cher.
Hanging out
and
with
all, yeah.
people like Dennis Hopper and Sonny and Cher.
Man, that guy made a fortune on that one song.
One
that
song.
was average.
So Nick Mullins, 291, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jared McKinnon, 12 carries, 52 yards and a touchdown. Rick James, 9.
Rick James, bitch! I'm Rick James, bitch!
9 catches, 184 and a touchdown.
Super freak.
Packers go to San Fran and beat a team that's beat up, which they should have, and they killed them. It was not even close at one point. A lot of scoring in that game, and numbers keep adding up. Rodgers is going to be in the conversation that we talked about for the MVP. And Devontae Adams might get a couple votes. You never know, along with Dalvin Cook. They may be in there with the performances they've been putting up, those two. The Packers. Any comments on the Packers? Anybody? You guys are the
I didn't see the game. I didn't even know who won.
It's a hard game to evaluate because San Francisco 29ers, I think they were that night because they had so many guys out.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
it's hard to
sweet
evaluate.
revenge last year. They got their ass
It
kicked
was
twice.
It was, but it's not the same. And I think the Packers even realize that it wasn't. I don't think they're getting all cocky about it, other tand Devontae thinking he's the best receiver in the game, which I agree, at least this year.
Packers get that 1-game lead back in the division over the Bears.
6-2, 5-4.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, you got the bye week.
1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah,
Bears
1.5.
have not had their bye week.
It's that time of the show, or Willie has it this week, so we're gonna hop into
2 weeks in a row. Come on now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. So here's the best intro in podcast.
Willie.
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 You guys are terrible. Your mom, Trebek. Willie. What? Where are we?
Willie. Willie.
Wow.
Willie.
Okay, anyway. Willie, go ahead.
All right.
Can you do the dolphin thing instead?
Hold on. You want to hear dolphins?
Yes.
Where are they?
So, real quick. Tua, what'd you think about Big One, Arizona? So, how'd you think your line held up?
This might be racist.
Talk, Tua.
Can I ask a question?
Oh, sure, Eric. Go ahead.
Do you think your brother's better than you?
I don't know. He didn't really ask.
He's a stud.
Well,
Maryland, yeah.
I can't believe you refused to answer that question.
Yeah, well, Tua, you have a good day. Oh, you too. Take care. Okay, go ahead. Where are they now?
All right. So
Crazy mammal.
this guy was the only child, and he.
Oh, I know it already.
He's partial German descent and grew up in Silverton, which is
Hitler.
It was a blunder.
No, I'm sorry.
He was due for one of these.
a northeastern suburb of Cincinnati. He was a Boy Scout, Ed, as a youth.
Two youths. What's he pointing me for?
Attended St. John the Evangelistic Catholic School. He graduated from the Catholic high school, Purcell High School in Cincinnati, now named Purcell Marian High School. In his junior year of 1963, he earned the Heisman Trophy, the Maxwell Award, and the Walter Camp Memorial Trophy. He led his team to a 9-1 regular season record and a final ranking of number 2 in the nation. He appeared on the cover of Time, and he would have been on the cover of Life magazine in November 1963, but for the assassination of Robert Kennedy. He was a 10th round future selection in the 1964 NFL Draft, due to his 4-year military commitment. He would not play professionally until 1969 as a 27-year-old rookie.
Chris Winkie.
He was German.
He finished 11 NFL seasons with 1,685 completions for 22,700 yards, 153 touchdowns, and 109 interceptions. He also gained 2,264 rushing yards and scored 21 touchdowns on 410 carries. Let's see, he was a 2-time Super Bowl champion. He was a Super Bowl MVP. He was a 6-time Pro Bowl.
I know it.
Know it? Okay.
Yeah. I believe I do. 2-time Super Bowl champion?
2-time.
2-time. Yep.
Super Bowls one and two.
Oh, I don't know if he won 2 though.
Did he win Super Bowls 1 and 2?
Did he tell us where he went to college?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Yeah, it's a dead giveaway.
Okay, I know who it is. I know who it is. Did he go to Navy by chance?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Is it Roger Staubach by chance?
It is. It is.
It was a dead giveaway. When he said,
I had to think on like 2 Super Bowls. I'm like, man, but I wasn't sure if he's. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked because you weren't done.
No, but once
I'm sorry,
He
guys.
does a Navy commercial.
Wait. You know what? I fucked up. Hold on.
Who is?
Yeah, see?
Roger Staubach.
I messed up. I didn't even form a question.
Go ahead. Click.
Roger Staubach was my favorite player when I was a young kid. Hands
Is that
down.
right?
Oh, hands down.
Okay.
I love Roger Staubach.
when he didn't go to when he didn't mention the college, that was the first thing I thought of right away.
Right.
Yep.
Because it's a dead giveaway.
Yeah, Navy.
That's a good one. I like that one.
So Staubach retired from football in 1980.
What is Staubach doing now? He's dead. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
he's
I know.
He does
Riches
Navy
and
commercials.
Let's
But
go.
you know what?
Let me finish. I'm sorry.
Let me finish here. So he retired from football March 1980 with the highest career passer rating in NFL history at the time. Guess what it was?
89.7.
83.4.
Barely above Brady's 40.4.
That's right.
That's like twice as much.
What year was he voted in the Pro
I
Football
take
Hall of
Trubisky
Fame?
over him.
That's right. So in 1977,
Joe Flacco.
he started a commercial real estate business called the Staubach Company.
Oh, original.
He's like, I could have retired at my age just play golf. First of all, they didn't pay quarterbacks what they do today. And I was 37 with 3 kids. I kept thinking about what if some linebacker takes my head off and I can't play anymore. So that's why he did that for quite a while.
And back then they were allowed to take your head off.
Right.
There was no rules.
He served as his chairman and CEO until June 2007 when he announced he would resign as the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar real estate company he started 30 years earlier. On July 11, 2008, the Staubach Company was sold to Jones Lang LaSalle for $613 million.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
He was as rich as an astronaut.
Good for him.
Staubach and his children would gross more than $100 million from the sale by 2013.
And he liked Tang.
And Staubach currently serves as an executive chairman for Jones Lang LaSalle. So
yeah, they have an office in Milwaukee. I do some work with them.
We do a bunch of work with them down in Chicago.
Name droppers.
Yeah, we painted their bathroom.
What color is it in their bathroom?
I rooted for him.
Yeah, Scott was behind me, patting me on the back.
No, I rooted for Roger Staubach.
Oh,
while you were in the bathroom.
You seriously?
Come on, Ed, poop.
Wait, no, he was the one painting.
Oh, sorry. How was you pooping? That was awkward.
I can do both.
He's done it.
Was that Pollock?
It's amazing.
Yeah, Sidney Pollock.
So, Roger Staubach is one of my favorite players, and the problem with that is that when I was younger, I was a Cowboy fan, and the reason I was a Cowboy fan is all I saw on TV all the time was the Cowboys. That's it. They were always on. They still are. And I still picked a crappy team because every time they won a Super Bowl, Pittsburgh would beat them. So it doesn't matter. So, Roger Staubach, one of my favorite players of all time, actually, to be honest.
That was a good one because he actually
has something he's doing now.
No, he was like...
It wasn't like,
rich.
what's he doing now? Well, he's a coach for the Cowboys.
Right. Or he's an announcer for somebody.
What are we doing? He's like, what's he doing now? What is he doing now? I don't know. I don't know. What's the purpose of the skit?
Sounds like Starbucks starting fire with his own money. Jeez, he's filthy. Rich.
So, what else we got here, guys? Our picks. Our picks.
Oh, yeah, that's the most important part.
So, first thing, last week's picks, Willie took a 1-3. Ed went 2-2 with a bonus point for the Raiders. Eric went 3-1 with a bonus point. And I went 3-1 with 2 bonus points. So, right now, standings are, Ed is 20-16 with 25 points. I'm in second with 19 and 17 with 26 points, leading the points. But the points will be our tiebreaker. The record will be our.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll be fair about it. I don't want to.
Don't worry, I'll fall apart. There's a lot of time left.
Eric and me are neck and neck with 19 wins. Eric is 19, 15, and 2 with 20 points. And Willie is 18, 16, and 2 with 22 points. So, this week on the docket, first thing let's talk about real quick, and I always forget to do this in the show real quick. Let me pull a couple games out. What do you think before we do our picks? I'll pick out a couple big games. The big one is Philly, the Giants. No, I'm just kidding. Not at all. To be honest, big game in Indy, Tennessee, Thursday Night Football. Really good. It's going to be should be a good game. What are your thoughts about Indy, Tennessee? Ed, what are your thoughts?
I like Tennessee. Indy's all over the place.
Yeah.
Every time I pick them, they lose. Every time I don't pick them, they win.
Yeah, I like Tennessee in that game. I'm not talking about points, but just about winning the game. But they didn't offensively really play again against the Bears. It was just basically, and as I said earlier, well, before the show, Tennessee Titans before the Bear game were the worst defensive line in NFL. Least hurries, least sacks. So this team doesn't get to the quarterback, and Indy is a better offensive team overall. So this could be interesting, and it's a short week. Things happen. It's weird. So anybody else, Eric? Yeah.
Well, it's strange because last year you would have you thought of Tennessee as a defensive team, right?
Yeah.
And now
I agree.
And now this year you think of the Colts as the defensive team, and Tennessee's winning games based on their offense. Derrick Henry, I think Derrick Henry's the best running back in the game. I trust the Tennessee pick more. I wouldn't pick this with the 2-point spread, but I'll take Tennessee.
Tennessee.
And it's funny because you talk about that game. You got Vrabel, who came from the defense, right? And you got Frank Reich.
And it's like reverse role.
It is reverse.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm looking at this like how you figure this stuff out here.
You're totally right. I agree with that 1,000%. It's just funny how that works out. And all fats. I mean, look at the Bears. You got the defense really good, and their offense sucks, and Nagy's the coach, and not whatever. You look at a lot of teams. It's weird how that works out. Patricia. Defense ain't great. Offense is better. It's just weird. It's weird how it works out, and maybe that's why those play. Maybe you shouldn't call your own plays. Maybe that's the point. Well, another kind of big game I think is going to be. Once again, every time we talked about this, and Tampa Bay lays stinkers, which a lot of teams do. But every time you look at Tampa and go, oh, here we go. Maybe not who you think. They played Tampa against Carolina this week. And people, and that's why I'm bringing it up. Is it one of those games that they go again, or does Tampa come out and go, yeah, we're not that team we were last week? Are you as Carolina, or do you spend enough? Did you spend so much energy last week in a game that you didn't win? And Tampa's just sitting there looking at their chops. We got to get back on the field because we sucked last week. What do you guys think about that game?
I agree with the sucking part. So I think they're going to come out and just throttle them.
Yeah, because Tom Brady doesn't get beat twice in a row like that. I don't think. And I'm not saying Carolina can't win because, like I said, Carolina might be the best 3-6 team in football, but I don't know, Willie.
Well, McCaffrey, right? He's got a bum shoulder right now, right?
I think he's going to be out.
McCaffrey. Well, Mike Davis has played well in the spot,
but McCaffrey.
But he's not McCaffrey.
He was huge.
Yeah, I agree.
Huge.
The reason I think if McCaffrey doesn't play KC wins by 2 touchdowns because I don't think Mike Davis does the same thing that McCaffrey does on the field. He's a guy you have to account for when he was on the field, right?
Absolutely.
Wherever he goes, you got to follow him. And it showed in the game. The better passing numbers, receivers were more involved. So another game. It's a 3:00 game, and I'm kind of excited about this game. Buffalo, Arizona. I like that game. I like what's at stake there. I think it's two teams that you never know. I mean, you never know. Things could happen. Buffalo could be at the end, and Arizona. You get rolling in the playoffs in this league. Yeah. I don't know if they'll get. I don't know but Arizona's good enough to do it. They got the quarterback now. It's making plays. So, what do you think about Buffalo, Arizona? Two young quarterbacks, the future of the league going head to head. What do you guys think, Eric?
Well, I mean, from a gambling perspective, that 2 points, I wouldn't touch it. Because I think both these teams are very good. I mean, I think they're Buffalo's how many wins? 7? They got 7 wins.
7-2.
And I've liked Arizona from the get go. I could see it going either way. They're both playing great.
You know who I've liked from the get go?
I know you have.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
And you also liked Tampa Bay. How'd they do last week?
Tampa
still tied for first. That's all I'm saying. I think something like that. They're up there.
First and something.
First and short.
I don't know. That's a great game. I'd love to be able to sit down and watch that game.
Holds the edge.
Did you see? So
I love Josh Allen in that game.
Why don't you marry him?
I love carpet.
If Garoppolo's not taken, I'll take Josh Allen.
Did you guys see this week? I mean, if you look at it,
He's not 13.
There's more late games than the early games because of the the Masters.
Masters, yeah.
That makes no sense.
Well, the Masters, because it's Eastern. It's
yeah, but it's going to get over right about when the game. Oh, so you can watch into the football. I get what you're saying.
Isn't it two different sports?
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
The coverage is 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock on CBS.
Oh, it's going to get done earlier then.
Yeah, because it's
the sun's going down now.
It's November.
For crying out loud. They play that?
Augusta, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Well, I heard they changed the time
when the game
Georgia for this.
But you have to tune in on Monday so you won because they're going to change strokes in Georgia.
It's going to be distracting with all the Christmas tree lights up on the pine trees.
Yeah.
No, they don't know what to do with the color, the fall colors down there.
It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah,
it is.
It looks. Yeah, it looks.
It's not going to be
different.
lush green. It's going to be.
There's going to be leaves on the fairway.
You know what, guys?
Which helps your duck hook. If you duck hook it, you can just like.
You know what, guys? I can't wait. See the colors. Oh, I'm sorry. So Buffalo, Arizona, another big game.
Great game.
Another game on here that's kind of interesting is not many other ones. I guess Minnesota, Chicago. I'm interested in personally. Jacksonville, Green Bay hosts Jacksonville.
I like Seattle and the Rams.
Yes, they got the Rams.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that one. Yeah, Seattle and the
That's
Rams.
got to be the game of the week, right?
No.
Yeah,
I'm calling it the game of the week. Right?
I'm gonna go.
That's your Fox game of the week.
I'm gonna go with Buffalo, Arizona as my personal game of the week, personally.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then Washington, Detroit is probably a close second. No offense, I'm making fun of Washington more than Detroit. Willie, just
whatever.
I mean, the Monday Nighters. That's awesome. I mean,
Minnesota, Chicago.
Just wait till you see my
You're
pick.
comfortable seeing your team on the spotlight again?
Yeah, I enjoy it. They do not
I love
too
watching
bad
it.
on Monday nights.
I love watching my Bears.
My Bears.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. So, with that said, I think we talked about some of the big ones out there. So, here we go. Picks this week. What do you got for me, Ed? You're ready. You look like you're ready to roll. You're all excited, it looks like. So, tell me what you got.
Yeah, I did a lot of meth in the parking lot.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Of Augusta.
A little pick me up.
I got Cleveland over Houston. They're favored by 3. I've got Buffalo beating Arizona in an upset because Arizona's favored by 2. Vegas has been doing good for me. I got Denver coming in, gambling too much, looking at the girls, and losing that game.
Who, you or...
Denver's got nothing to play for, so they're just going to come there and be partying.
Yeah.
And then I like the Seahawks upsetting the Rams.
The Sea Chickens, I like it.
So I got 2 upsets there.
Yeah.
I got the Dolphins covering that 2.5 over the LA Chargers. That's enough. That's good. Scott.
Oh, sorry. I was mesmerized.
Hey, by the way, I don't know if we talked about. Did you see the Fitzpatrick comment about how he's, he might be better looking and younger and blah, and he just goes on this rant. He goes, I forgot what I was talking about.
Yeah, he did.
He's talking about Tua.
What about the short shorts?
Oh, his short shorts is awesome.
Yes. Fitzpatrick. I want him at my next party.
He's awesome. He's
out on my team. I'll take him as my quarterback right now. I take him. I don't care. Whatever.
Would you take him in Chicago right now?
Oh, yeah.
Heck
Why
yeah.
not? I mean, he's number one. He's entertainment value. He's a good teammate. So even if he wasn't starting, he'd be cool to have. But
he says the right things.
Yes.
Even when he said he was upset, remember he said he was upset. He goes, I was disappointed that I'd lost the job, blah, 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 all that stuff. He was speaking from the heart. He's a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you imagine him in his short shorts, like going into a bar somewhere, and these people, especially these Harvard type people, like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he went to Harvard.
Yeah.
That guy.
Give me 2 of your finest lagers. All right.
Hey, how you like them apples?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Do you like apples? Yeah, I like apples. Okay, so I'm going to take the Saints over the...
Who? Were you the Godfather now asking for apples?
I swear, I'm here writing material for hours.
You do me a favor, I'll get you 2 apples.
He just keeps pulling out imitations all day.
Giga, let's go.
He likes Rich Little.
I got
Rich Little in the pants.
He's little dick.
Come on, Scott knows the real answer to that question. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Even my dolphin's laughing.
I'm a beefier mammal than them. All right, I got the New Orleans Saints. Drew Brees beating up the San Francisco. The San Francisco 29ers. Baltimore.
69ers?
Okay.
Little
Are you paying attention?
Yeah.
Are you paying attention?
Yeah, it's all yours.
I got Baltimore beating New England, covering that. And here's my upset. The Chicago Bears. Taking on who are they? The Minnesota Vikings and covering that 2.5.
Or getting 2.5.
Getting the 2.5.
They don't gotta
It's
win.
an upset. It's an upset.
They don't gotta win.
It's an upset.
Yes, there you go.
Wow, that segment was just crisp and clean.
Willie, wake up. It's your turn.
Where is he now?
Willie.
What? Hey. What?
Willie.
What are we doing?
The show always gets better the more we drink, doesn't it?
Willie.
At least for Willie.
Willie.
I'm asking. Let's
do
go.
the Dolphins again.
Okay, you're up.
My favorite show, Flipper. I'm taking Detroit. They're giving 6 against Washington. I'm taking Buffalo. They're getting 2 against Arizona. I'm taking Vegas. They're giving 5.5 against Denver. They're getting 5.5. No, they're giving.
Yeah, but they're the house.
They're getting their house. And New Orleans, 9.5. So.
Ooh, okay. So I'm going to take the Dolphins minus the 2.5.
Oh my God!
Go figure.
Enough, Scott.
You're gonna wear that button out.
Enough.
That's what she said. Okay,
You don't have that?
I do have it. Hold on. Let me do it over.
You're gonna wear that button out, Scott.
That's what she said.
Let's get stuff in. Zing zing.
Oh man, that was quick.
Yeah,
That's what she said.
Now we're going. We're cooking our grease now, fellas.
Where's Rich Little when you need him?
Let's put Rich Little on the hot seat.
Anyway, you might want to listen to these people because I'm doing pretty well right now. I've had a good couple weeks, so these are very good picks. Guys, this is serious stuff.
Jimmy the Greek's rolling in his grave right now.
So I said Miami, minus 2.5. Seattle, +2. So I agree with Eric and Ed, a little bit of each. I also like my other one's a tough one here, but I'm gonna take the Titans on Thursday night laying the 2 over Indy. And my other one, I'm taking Green Bay laying 14 at home to Jacksonville. I don't think Jacksonville's going to keep up. I don't think Jacksonville's going to keep up. It's going to be like the 49er game, pretty much.
Kind of cold.
Yeah, 14. So those are my picks. You're listening to the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Check us out on Facebook at Basement Benchwarmers. Also on Instagram at Basement Benchwarmers. And on Twitter at Base Benchwarmers. And our email is basementbenchwarmers@gmail.com. So guys, good week. Ed, Eric, Willie. So any closing thoughts? Ed.
The show was disappointing.
I thought the show was fantastic. It was a lot of fun. Willie had a lot of interesting tidbits.
I did.
For once.
Well, Willie did good, but I'm talking about the rest of us.
I did a lot tonight, guys. Come on.
It's because I made him an offer he can't refuse.
I give him a compliment. He argues with me that he shouldn't.
Come on.
I don't get it.
Scott was running the board like Tony La Russa over here.
I'm a Hall of Famer.
He's asleep at the wheel.
That's what she said.
I love his Tony La Russa.
Do it again. Why does it sound like John Gruden coaching baseball now?
Sounds like the Godfather.
I'm done. I'm out. I got a medal.
It got stuck on your head for 5 minutes. You lost my medal? God, I can't get a picture. Myself.
It's stuck over his earphones.
Just so we can confirm, this was 11% this year.
Not 77%.
At least.
Jeez.
So once again, this is the Basement Benchwarmers podcast, guys. Eric and Willie, thanks again. Not happy. I guess it'll be happy Veterans Day to all.
Salute.
And also, Alex Trebek, rest in peace. And we're the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Stay healthy, wash your hands.
My old man, sad old man, spent his life living off the land. Dirty hands and a clean soul. It breaks his heart seeing